Good afternoon, everyone. Josh Abrams, and we are going over chapter six of The Undercover Economist, The Men Who Knew the Value of Nothing. Uh, chapter six, Mr. Hartford explains that stock prices aren't based on what a company is worth today, but on what investors believe it will be worth in the future. Um, Prices constantly change as investors react to new information, earning reports, market trends, or even rumors. This makes me think of sports betting. I'm a sports bettor myself. It makes me think of spread lines. When a player gets injured, how fast the market can change and will change. Um, he connects this to the efficient market hypothesis, which says that all known information is already built into the stocks. That reminds me of a player being injured. Say a quarterback's out and they know it going into it. Um, and so the line comes out and people may react because the quarterback's out, but that's going to be built into the line. And so because of that, it is extremely difficult for anyone to consistently beat the market or sports betting, um, since prices adjust almost instantly when new information appears. Mr. Hartford give a beauty contest example. Compares it to stock market to beauty contest, where people try to guess who everyone else will pick as the winner, not who they personally think is the prettiest. Investors behave the same way, trying to predict what other investors will believe about a company rather than focusing on its real long-term value. This example shows how markets are built on expectations, perception, and group behavior more than hard facts. I think that falls in line again with sports betting. Emotions and market behaviors. One of the biggest takeaways from the chapter is how human emotions drives the market just as much as logic does. Like your favorite team. Uh, Prices can swing wildly because of fear, greed, or excitement, even when nothing major has changed in reality. He points out how that while markets are mostly efficient, are still influenced by human psychology and herd mentality. And I think that's really important. Uh, Investors often follow the crowd, which can push prices far above or below their true value. Um, Hartford helps readers that see that stock markets are not just about numbers and data. They are about how people think and react. And I love it. To me, this is a fascinating topic and a subject. Understanding that the human side of economics helps explain why bubbles and crashes happen. A lesson is that while we can't predict the future perfectly, we can recognize patterns of overconfidence, fear, and crowd behavior. Successful investing often means being patient, staying rational, and not letting emotions control decisions. Uh, and I found this chapter very interesting. I loved it, in fact, because it made me realize how much psychology and emotion are involved in economics. It's not just with the math or the numbers, financial formulas. It's about people and how they respond to uncertainty. It made me think about how easily we can all get caught up in trends and panic when we see everyone else reacting. Overall, this chapter showed me that markets mirror human nature, unpredictable, emotional, but also fascinating and full of insight. Thank you all.